Welcome back. So, we have good news. We have a box of parts. Best time of the year / day. So, I've ordered a heap of bits and pieces. Got oil filter, rock cover gaskets, a few other odds and ends, CV boots, CV joints, a bag of awesome bits. And so, now it means we can get back to the Porsche. So, got the engine out of its hiding spot. Got it here. I have it sitting on a little wheelie trolley at the moment. And as you can see, if the light wasn't so bad, is that it's very wet. So, triangle of death, which is this gasket here, runs under the oil breather, the oil pressure sensor, and then in here is thermostat. Yeah, so I have seen like your standard engine crane used on these, but have been told not to really use them because of this bevel that runs around the edge of the block. Or cases, whatever you want to call it. Cases is the right word. It doesn't let the four prongs or arms that your normal engine stand has sit on there properly. So because of this bevel or step, I need to make it sit on this lip and then have it over the top of this. So my plan is to make something to go on here, and that's what I'm going to do today. So let's give it a go. I'm going to give it a measure up, see what the distances are, points between here and here and here, and see what I can do. So, as the plan goes, I'll show you. So, this is what I got. So, plan is to make a half moon, I'm thinking, but if I can talk to one of my mates who's got a CNC machine, I'll get him to cut out a full ring, and then I'll mark the holes and drill those out. So, depending on how I go and how nice my mate wants to be, I'll see how I get. Okay, so went out, see my mate, and he didn't have what I was after. He can only cut aluminium. So I measured it all up, as you've seen, and made this plate. So inside lip of the engine case is here, and from here on the outer lip. And so what I worked out and checked online and everything else, they all have this chamfer, which, as I'll take you in and have a look. There's the gearbox will come down, and then it's got a lip which mates onto the gearbox. And so with that lip, you can't really just make a tiny little plate. Otherwise, these bolt holes, as you can see, get really thin. So they chamfer it quite a lot. So I got some 13mm plate and chamfered it all the way back, keeping as much meat as I could on the bolt holes without going really thin. And it seems to bolt up alright, but I misjudged a few things. And the smaller part, actually, before I do that, so got some decent thick wall tube, and from where I work in the exhaust shop, so I'm able to bend up a pipe. Anyway, it's not exhaust pipe, it's 3mm thick wall roll cage tube, which I cut out of a car a little while ago, and bent it up to mount it on here so I can give myself a bit of distance and lower the center of the motor so it doesn't always want to spin around in circles on me. So yeah, welded all that up, but the bit I missed was on here. I'm a little bit, I run into part of the cooling fiberglass. So you can see the black piece on there, they're gonna knock off. But on this side I really stuffed up, and I run into the oil cooler. So as you can see, we've got to cut along here, weld it up, make a plate so it's nice and strong again without being too much. But in reality, I probably could have run 3 because it is quite thick wall steel, but I do like the extra support of the 4th. So I'll take it back, clean it up and plate it and install it on the engine. Okay, ready to go. Chop the easy one first, get around the other side, but always safety first. Success! But cut him off. Yeah, it looks ugly now, but and that bit, well, so let's chuck it on the engine and see if it fits. Hey! Oh, come on. Success! So pull it off, weld it up, and then we get to lift this thing off the ground. Okay, so just got a bit of thicker walled steel, patch up this hole, so let's just put that together. All welded up. It's nothing pretty, but it'll do the job. Yeah. Give it a quick grind and chuck it back on. If you didn't see what I was using there, it's a grit disc. If you want to know more, jump on my other video on my combi, and I go around, I talk about what these are. But now, wow, that's warm. I better cool that down and chuck it back on. Okay, back over here. I've taken this stud out just because I need to bolt it down. So taking it off, and I haven't got the correct size length bolts, but watch this help. Look at that, it fits. So I can't actually get you in there, but down the back of here, it sits nice and flat on the outer lip, down here, like that outer lip even, and misses the inner one. So the inner one's there, and the inner one's there, and the chamfer sits on it like that. So still supporting it, and awesome, really happy. So time to jack it up and put it on my Aussie Harbour Freight stand. We don't have Harbour Freight, but we have Super Cheap, and it's really good, so that's what's going on. Okay, got my box, Super Cheap engine stand. I'm not sponsored by them or anything else, but came on sale, good price, does the job. So I'm gonna put it together. I've already opened it to get the size of the shank, I guess you call it, to goes in the actual stand. So that's why it's open. But yeah, gonna put it together now and put the engine on. Okay, so have it together after I screwed up a little bit. And everybody at home was like, no, you're doing it wrong. But yeah, got it all together. I don't need all those bits, because they hold the black piece on, which is for most of the other 4-cylinder V8 engines. All done. Now time to jack the engine up, get it up, slide it in, call it done. So here we go. Little stuff up. The shank that goes onto the engine mount, I misorientated a little bit. Instead of having it level and flat, I've got it tilted, so it should work out alright. I'll be able to move it around and do what I need to do with it. But yeah, time to time lapse and strip the top of the engine apart, and yeah, see what I have to fix and replace. I thought. I thought it was going to weigh more, and I was trying to turn it the wrong way, so it was a bit funny. But yeah, so your exhaust exhaust nuts are captive in here. Not captive. They're Allen keys in here, and so you can't get to them underneath. So then they're, I don't know if they'll zoom in. Let me get my torch. Come on, get in there. How do we do that? Yeah, so Allen keys down there, and that's what makes it hard to get out, because fucking one of them up is a real pain in the ass. So I'm gonna soak the shit out of them and come back in a little while and see if I can get them off. Okay, so got to turn my mic on, but all nice and clean, degrees down, brake cleaned as well, get all the greasy stuff off. Took the rocker covers off just before doing that as well, just so I can check all the head studs, which are really nice, all in the right places. Next is to lineage the rocker covers down as well as the breather tube on top, get them all nice and flat for putting new rocker cover gaskets in. And same as the thermostat as well, I'll pull it out, clean it all up and put it back in. But I'm going to leave that for next time. I'm all done for this week. Please like and subscribe, and I've got plenty to come, so please stay tuned. Cheers.